11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Downtown Atlanta, where the fans are filling in despite Friday afternoon traffic, you might say there's a buzz for the defending champions at the Hive as they open up the SFL's 15th season tonight against the Baltimore Vultures, live on 11 Sports and For the Fans, with crowd play at the ready to dish out $1,000 in cash prizes, with Robert Garrett Jr. and Nick Lasala on stats and Rich Pratchett providing analysis. I'm play-by-play commentator Cameron Irvine. Rich, how are you this wonderful evening, and what is on tap tonight?
And I am great, Cam. Excited to be here tonight to kick off Season 15. If you can judge a matchup based on past performance, this should be a great opening night game between the defending champion Swarm and the always tough Vultures. Both teams have an offense that should be able to put points on the board. The question mark for Atlanta is at quarterback. Marcus Dunhill retires, and here comes the much-touted rookie Bryant Dynasty. He has big shoes to try and fill, taking snaps for the Swarm. On the other sideline, Baltimore comes in with a lot of experience on offense, with Dazzo, Gaines, and Holder leading the attack. I'm interested to see if Atlanta can pick up where they left off last season. They've got rookies in key positions, like I said, Dynasty at quarterback. 3 of their 4 front defensive line are rookies. They did bring back Hollywood. He's a huge weapon. Baltimore, on the other hand, returning their core with T-Roy Gaines at running back, sprinkled in some rookies. Can they keep their offensive production up and figure out how to stop these 2 dynamic backs? That's my question.
We're all set from Atlanta, and this is where it gets fun. Rich, are you ready?
I am ready to go, Cam. I am ready.
Season 15 is here, and the Atlanta Swarm have the ball on the tee and the hand in the air. Kick it! We are underway. On the return, this is Giovanni Bolt, and Bolt's up to the 22-yard line, and that's where the veteran, Mike Dazzo, will start the day for the Baltimore Vultures.
Mike Dazzo, the quarterback for the Vultures, been around a while, Cam. Comes in last season, 3,410 yards from scrimmage.
First down at the 22-yard line, and with 2 backs in the backfield, Dazzo will start the game with a throw, and it's a quick throw out to Ivory Irvin. He picks up 5 to the 27-yard line. Shine and Miraculous combine on the tackle, and here's a look at the Baltimore Vultures offense. Quarterback Mike Dazzo, number 7. T-Roy Gaines, number 33, new number this year. New face Jay Hayden at tight end, along with Lloyd Graham Jr., but a talented bunch, Rich.
Absolutely. Big, talented bunch, returning quite a bit of talent here, or bringing in a lot of talent on the offensive side.
Dazzo fires it out to Irvin. That pass is caught for a 1-yard gain, and let's take a look at the Atlanta Swarm defense. It is a big bunch of players, including 4 on the defensive front, led by Joshua Williams and rookie Billy Ray Valentine. Chris Porter also in the house, but Aquana Shine and Dylan Rowland, that's where it's at.
Absolutely. Aquana Shine and Dylan Rowland, top 5 all-time in tackles right there in the middle of the defense.
Handoff to T-Roy Gaines on 3rd and 1. He's got a first down to the 36-yard line. 9:55 to go in the first. Just getting underway here in Season 15 in Baltimore, the first to move the chains.
So T-Roy Gaines comes out, and I'm interested to see how he does this season, how they use him this season. Comes in 1,285 yards rushing last year. Had a good season, but I think they can use him a little more effectively maybe.
The over-under is 51.5 and a pick-em spread for this game. It's a toss-up, really, according to our Jack's data. Team Lloyd Graham Jr. down the middle of the field. Caught first down to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 23 yards. Aaron Lee wraps him up at the end of the play, but Lloyd Graham Jr. there to get into Atlanta territory.
Great job by Lloyd Graham Jr. Found that hole in the zone right there for Atlanta. Sat down there, and Mike Dazzo saw him and just delivered a great pass.
First down and 10 at the 41-yard line for Mike Dazzo. 3 receivers, 2 to the top of the screen, and Gaines off to the right. Nickel look for Atlanta's defense. Dazzo will throw again, and Mike Dazzo has good protection. Aaron Lee knocks it away. Pass intended for Mac Chima. over the middle, and that's really the first true stop for the Swarm on defense today.
Chima had some space to work. He was back there and was open, but Aaron Lee made a great recovery, kind of bounced backwards and knocked that thing down. Good job.
Second down and 10 at the 41. First incompletion of the day for Dazzo after 32 yards passing to open up the drive. 3 receivers now, 2 to the near side, and 6 in the box for Atlanta. Dazzo, quick drop, and had to wait a second for somebody to get open. He got crushed, and Daly Holder makes the catch at the 30. Really spreading the ball around here on the opening possession, Rich, and that's good for 11 yards and another Vulture first down.
Yeah, great catch by Daly Holder. He was kind of blanketed by the defense there, had good coverage by the Swarm, but Holder was able to drag it in. He comes in 910 yards last season. Big weapon.
Baltimore on the move, out of the eye. Handoff to Gaines behind a block from his fullback. That is a 5-yard pickup there for Gaines, and he was following the lead of fullback Jordan Mitchell up the middle.
Good run by Gaines. Tried the spin move, but Blake Hamrick was there, made a good tackle, stuck right with Gaines to bring him down.
Second down and 5. Rich Pratchard, Cameron Irvine here from the Hive in Atlanta, the defending champion Swarm, kicking season 15 off right against the Baltimore Vultures as Dazzo is in some trouble and is going to go down, sacked for a 3-yard loss, brought down in the backfield by, I believe, Leo Jefferson there, the undrafted rookie free agent.
Great job. Leo Jefferson gets his first sack, and Dazzo just had nowhere to go with the ball. Jefferson does a great job against the front line there of Baltimore, getting through and gets his first sack right in his first game.
And actually, Jefferson was drafted by Houston, but he ended up not signing with Houston and then signed with Atlanta later in the offseason instead. Third down and 8 at the 28-yard line. Dazzo, 3-step drop, fires short, caught. Daly Holder first down on a slant. A 9-yard pickup. Check that. Lloyd Graham Jr. on the catch. Dylan Rowland with the stop, but Baltimore's in the red zone and has taken 4 minutes off this first quarter clock.
They go empty backfield, looking like they're going to throw the ball deep. Lloyd Graham Jr., the tight end, he cuts across the middle, gets open and gets first down, moves the sticks.
4 minutes into the ball game here, and a 4-3 look out of Atlanta's defense now trying to get a stop. Dazzo 3-step drops again, fires it out to Irvin and picks up 3. So what did our SFL community think about this game today? About a 2/3 swing for Atlanta rather than Baltimore getting the victory. Of course, they're the defending champs. That's no surprise.
Yeah, no surprise at all. Again, though, this is not the same team that Atlanta put on the field last season, but we'll see if the coaching staff was able to coach these guys up and get them to gel.
Second and 7 at the 16-yard line of Atlanta. This is quite a lengthy drive now. This is the 10th play. Dazzo's 8th pass caught by Ivory Irvin. First down to the 6 for Baltimore, and the Vultures continue to move.
He had Ivory Irvin open. He also had Lloyd Graham Jr. streaking toward the end zone. Would have been a tough pass, but he could have fit it in there. But a great pass, good catch by Ivory Irvin. Just keep moving the ball.
Tackle at the end of the play made by Blake Hamrick in his 8th season in the SFL. One of the many vets on this team, Aquana Shine, in his 10th season with the Swarm. Roland has 9 seasons under his belt, and Aaron Lee also has 8 in this secondary. First and goal at the 6 for Baltimore. 6:20 to go in the first, almost half the quarter gone. Dazzo fires over the middle. Pass is caught right at the goal line and stood up by Shine. Daly Holder can't get in, but right at the goal line is Baltimore. Now 5 minutes on the opening drive.
Man, what a tackle by Aquana Shine to keep them out of the end zone. They are right there on the line, but Shine gives Atlanta another chance to stop Baltimore.
Dazzo is 8 for 9 for 73 yards, and Irvin's got 4 catches for 25 on this opening drive. Dazzo drops to throw, fires it out, and the defense is there, but T-Roy Gaines gets away from him and scores. Touchdown, Baltimore on their opening possession.
What a spin move from T-Roy Gaines to get it in the end zone. He caught 519 receiving yards last season. He is absolutely a threat to catch the ball out of the backfield, and he just showed it right there. Swing that pass out to T-Roy Gaines, let him get in the end zone, and put 6 points on the board.
Half the quarter gone with that opening drive for Baltimore. A 13-play, 82-yard drive. How about that to start a season?
That's a heck of a drive. Great job by Baltimore. Just a balanced attack coming this way.
And it silences the defending champs before they even can get their offense on the field. A low snap here, and the extra point is blocked. And that is how we end the opening drive of Season 15. Baltimore 6, Atlanta nothing. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Don't go anywhere. Unbelievable.
Ugh.
We'll come back with the profile on Dynasty.
Okay.
And I have got to be quicker with the starting lineups. That was my fault. I botched it on the first one.
Yeah, and I didn't talk long enough either. I thought we were getting to the kickoff quicker than we did. I actually cut off what I had to say because I thought we were moving to kick.
It's that setting the controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I need?
Our mic's live.
Back here in Atlanta, 6-0. Baltimore on top of the Swarm, the defending champions. As this kick from Tarkington goes 5 yards deep in the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 21, but that's about all. And we get to meet Bryant Dynasty. And who is Bryant Dynasty? Well, he was picked 33rd in the second round of the SFL draft. Hails from Hawaii, but he can't swim, Rich. Often visits the library, so keeping old traditions alive, and has a 5-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son who were actually making camera appearances before the game. We'll have some live look-ins throughout the game, but he is a cool guy.
Yeah. Little appearances by his girls were pretty awesome there before the game.
Dynasty going to start in the empty. They are throwing him out there, and that pass is dropped over the middle of the field. It'll set up second down. The pass was intended for Atlanta's number 14. That's Casey Morgan out of the slot.
So, yeah, good job. He had plenty of time, delivered the pass. Casey Morgan just couldn't hold on to it. He's going to have to work a little harder to get moved up in the depth chart.
Here's a look at Smith of Baltimore, Frank Smith, another free agent rookie this offseason, 6'3", 246. 2nd and 10 now for Dynasty, down 6-0 in his first game in the SFL, and Dynasty gets crushed up front by Nate Brown, the defensive tackle, picked up in the 7th round of the draft. You can make an impact all over this league.
Absolutely. Nate Brown, the rookie, played for Lincoln in the minor leagues and comes out, makes an impact on the second play, his second play on the field, and he gets a sack.
Now it's a 3rd down and 10, and you get a look at Sean Harrelson, acquired from St. Louis in the offseason, number 11 there. He's expected to be a major weapon on this Swarm offense this season. Dynasty going to take a deeper drop back, has a great pocket, goes deep down the field. It is caught by Boo Chisholm into Baltimore territory, the 48-yard line, a pickup of 31 actually yards for the Swarm.
Great throw by Dynasty, drops it right in between a couple defenders, right into the hands of Boo Chisholm. Just rookies coming out and impressing so far.
Dynasty completes the pass, and Giovanni Bolt cleans up the tackle, but Dynasty able to make it happen for Atlanta and avoid a quick 3-and-out. That would have stunted a ton of momentum.
Yeah.
2 receivers now top of the screen. That's Falco far side. And everybody pretty tight to the line. 1 deep safety here for the Vultures. Flip out to BDG Hollywood for the first time today. He's wrapped up by Dazo after a gain of 8 yards. Let's check out the Baltimore defense. It's a stacked unit as well. One of a few teams that has a full front 7, led by the veterans Joe Dazo and Tucker Lewis, along with Chad Rowland. In the secondary, some new corners. Ben Stackenpaper, Marvin Himes, Chris Doddison, a whole new unit out there.
Yeah, they've got they're kind of opposite from Atlanta. Atlanta's rookies are up front. Baltimore's rookies and new faces are out in the secondary.
BDG Hollywood's got a first down up to the 36-yard line, and Atlanta's wearing those gold-plated uniforms tonight. Special tonight as the defending champions. We've seen this out of a couple of teams where they will wear the championship gold on opening night, and it's a cool look.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about it. You beat me to it. Those are slick-looking uniforms. I like those.
We haven't had a ton of time to talk about anything else with Baltimore going 13 plays, and now Atlanta's got a 1st and 10 at the Vulture 36-yard line. Dynasty fires it out to Hollywood again. 35-30, wide open space for Hollywood. First down to the 21, a 15-yard pickup, and BDG Hollywood is eating up the Vultures.
Giovanni Bolt comes up and makes the tackle. BDG tried to put that spin move. Boy, I've seen him make that spin move and just break free. But that time he was just a little bit early with it, but still a great run. Again, another back that is so dangerous out of the backfield catching the ball. All-purpose yards last year were huge for BDG.
Inexcusable out of the Vulture defense to have nobody on BDG Hollywood. They are not going to get away with that tonight. 23 yards on 2 catches now for BDG. Hand off to Hollywood again. It picks up 1. And let's meet that Atlanta swarm. We'll get the offense up here in a second. Apologies, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Joe Dazzo comes up and makes that tackle on BDG. You're gonna have trouble getting past Dazzo, but if anybody can do it, it's going to be Hollywood.
3:15 to go in the first quarter, and both teams continue to move the ball. This is the 8th play of this drive for the defending champion Swarm. Dynasty to throw. Checks it down to Hollywood. Hollywood's got some space. It's the blockers down the field. Makes the man miss and gets a first down to the 11-yard line. Tackle made by Smith at the tail end of the play. But Hollywood doing his thing and is shaking off the rust from last season.
Yeah, there's that spin move I was talking about. He catches the ball, gets upfield, and just before that tackle's made, he puts that spin move down, gets himself a few extra yards, enough to get that first down, and that's what he does so well.
Better luck next time, Marvin Himes. 1st and 10 at the 11. 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Both teams have only had a possession. 3 receivers all to the far side right. Hollywood in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Oh, Hollywood is stopped in the backfield. A tremendous tackle for loss from Tucker Lewis in his 2nd season.
Yeah, Tucker Lewis in his 2nd season. He had 13 tackles for loss last season. Starts off strong again this year. Gets in the backfield, brings Hollywood down for a loss. But Atlanta's still in the red zone.
Dynasty moving his team down the field. The rookie, Falco and Hollywood at the top of your picture. Again, a heavy box here from Baltimore. This time they do cover the flats. So instead, Dynasty goes out to Chisholm and completes it. 2nd catch for Chisholm today, but Bryant Dynasty really spreading the ball around.
Yeah, pump fake to the middle and then found Chisholm on the outside. Does a good job. Has good poise back there in the backfield and delivering very accurate, good passes.
There's a look at Bryant Dynasty from his home in Hawaii, watching the game with us here on FTF. That pass is caught by Boo Chisholm, and it's a touchdown. And it's Dynasty's first passing touchdown of his career, and we're tied at 6.
So Boo Chisholm goes to the middle, catches the ball, and then has to fight to get in the end zone. Does a good job of fighting off that tackle and just getting across the plane. Tough catch. And I guess I'd call it a run after catch there for Chisholm. Didn't have to go very far, but got far enough.
Extra point is pending here, and of course for Baltimore it was easier said than done, and we're tied at 6. This would give Atlanta the lead, and both teams have scored on the opening possession. And the extra point from Sammy Steele is up and good. And how about that? Atlanta comes back after giving up a 13-play drive. They get an 11-play, 79-yard drive of their own. And Atlanta takes the lead. 7-6 back-and-forth action as the SFL's 15th season is underway. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. 1:49 to go in the first quarter. We're back here at the Hive, and both teams have scored on very lengthy opening possessions as Giovanni Bolt brings it up to the 20-yard line. Mike Dazzo, 9 of 10 for 74 yards. How about Bryant Dynasty on his first SFL drive? 6 of 8, 75 yards and a touchdown.
75 yards and 75% completion rating. Rookie comes out and does a great job. Impressed. You know, he was kind of my question mark for Atlanta, but so far he's looking good.
1:44 to go, 3 receivers, and up front there, Dazzo was running out of trouble quick, but Gaines actually gets the reception for 7 yards. So if you're new to the SFL, 22 teams in 4 countries, including the United States, Canada, Mexico, and the United Kingdom, and all those are local. Each team plays a 12-game regular season, and then 11 teams will make the playoffs in Season 15. An extra wild card game, but more playoff is always fun. 11 will play 6, and the top 5 will get a bye. 2nd and 3. Dazzo fires it, and it's knocked away by a Qantas Shine, and that'll set up another 3rd down for Baltimore, in which they are 2 for 2 in the game so far.
You throw in a Qantas Shine's direction, and he's going to come close to knocking that thing down. 9 pass defenses last season, only 1 interception, but he is playing at the linebacker spot, so it's dangerous to throw in his direction.
3rd down and 3 at the 28-yard line. Can Atlanta's defense get off the field? They cannot. Pass caught to the 39-yard line by Mac Chima. Aaron Lee on the stop, but once again, efficiency out of the Vultures.
Mac Chima in his 2nd year, 415 yards receiving last season, only 2 touchdowns. Looks like he may be hoping to take a bigger role this season with the Vultures, but again, efficiency, you're right. You know, just balancing that attack and making sure they're moving the ball.
Hand off to T. Roy Gaines, and Gaines picks up 3. Download CrowdPlay, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. And coming up here in about 25 seconds, make sure you answer CrowdPlay's Beat the Crowd questions to win an instant cash prize. Will you be the fastest to answer correctly? So that's going on all night tonight as well. Behind the scenes, 2nd down and 7 for Baltimore. Stepping up in the pocket, fires it outside. It's a 1-yard pickup by Gaines. It'll set up another 3rd down, though, for Baltimore with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Good coverage downfield by the Swarm. Dazzo had nowhere to go with the ball, so he just checked it down, gave it to Gaines, and unfortunately, T-Roy didn't have any room to turn it upfield, but at least they did gain that 1 yard and avoided the sack.
And that is, no, they did get the playoff as Dazzo will fire it on 3rd down. He caught it. Oh my goodness. Daly Holder caught it in triple coverage to end the quarter, and the Vulture drive continues.
Yeah, a little John there from Daly Holder saying, you can't cover me. He was, like you said, in triple coverage, and somehow Dazzo fit that ball into just a pinhead and got the 1st down, moved the ball, and brings us to the end of the quarter.
Atlanta 7, Baltimore 6, but things continue to heat up here in Atlanta. Nobody can stop anybody. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports, and For the Fans, we'll be back. start of the second quarter. And Baltimore and Atlanta are locked in a very competitive game. Nobody's gotten a stop yet. That pass is incomplete, actually broken up in the middle by Connor Darien out of the slot. The rookie, Ivory Irvin, his first time targeted without a completion, and it's second down.
So Dazzo so far 12 for 15, 80%, 105 yards already, and it's only the second quarter.
4 receivers now, 3 to the short side left for the Vultures. 3-2 defense for Atlanta. Gaines going to get the handoff, and Gaines really hadn't had a lot of room. It'll bring up third down and 8, 17 yards on 5 carries so far, and Shine there again to make the stop.
Yeah, Gaines is having some trouble going up the middle, and that was another spot, I was worried about for the Swarm, or these 3 rookies along with Joshua Williams on that front line. But they're doing a good job at least containing T-Roy Gaines.
Another third down for Baltimore. They are 4 for 4 in the game. Dazzo steps up in the pocket. He's going to run and gets the first down, then picks up 10. The old man's got some wheels, and there will be ice cream in his locker room tonight.
Mike Dazzo, the 10-year veteran here, just takes off running. You do not see that very often, especially from Mike Dazzo.
Unbelievable. No matter how they try to stop him, they just can't seem to stop him on third down.
Absolutely.
5 for 5 now on third down. The handoff to Gaines with a stiff arm. T-Roy Gaines back inside, but did get the first down. Tackle made by Atlanta's number 23, Moose Papineau.
Touchdown, goes off tackle and has some room to work. That's, I was talking about him not being able to get up the middle, but you get him to the outside, he's got room to work, can get some speed working, use that strength, and make some yardage.
9:40 to go in the opening quarter, and we have not seen any semblance of defensive success here so far, as Dazzo will flip it outside to Max Shima. He picks up 8 and gets Baltimore back into the red zone to the 14.
Yeah, you're right. These teams, both of these offenses are moving the ball down the field, and, they were very highly rated, powerful offenses in Season 14. Defenses struggled here and there, but they were mostly able to outscore their opponents. They're going to be tough tonight.
2 backs and 2 receivers, and the handoff goes to Gaines, and Gaines gets a first down to the 11-yard line, so another move of the chains for the Vultures. That, are you ready for this, is their 12th first down of the first half.
T-Roy Gaines picking his way through that defense, finding spots, little couple cuts, and able to get that first down.
Atlanta's had the ball 1 time in the game. Dazzo fires it into a crowd of nothing, and it almost looked like miscommunication there between Irvin and I think it might have been Lloyd Graham, and Roland ends up cleaning it up second down. That is Dazzo's 17th pass of the half.
Yeah, that was a tough pass. That was, again, thrown into coverage. A little questionable on that throw, but Irvin did get his hands on it, was able to bring it down.
8:30 to go in the first half. 1 receiver either side for Dazzo, and a 4-3 look out of Atlanta's defense. Mike Dazzo drops to throw, fires it outside to Gaines, and Gaines is roughed up. That'll bring up third down and 8. Tomorrow we've got 4 games on the SFL schedule with 11 Sports and For the Fans. They start at 2 p.m. Eastern, and Rich and I are hopping on a plane and getting to Houston. The Toros and the Hyenas start us off. Sioux Falls and Portland in the nightcap. It's going to be a wild day as our first full slate gets underway of Season 15. Dazzo fires it short, and that was third down, and that is a failed third down conversion. Ivory Irvin with the catch, but Atlanta's going to hold Baltimore to a field goal.
Yeah, at that point in time, I would think they would try and at least get the ball in the end zone. You've got one shot before you can throw or before you can kick the field goal, and but he pulled up short and could not turn that upfield after he made the catch.
It should be a chip shot for Shark Tarkington from 23 yards away as the clock ticks under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Tarkington, who had the extra point, blocked. His field goal is up and good, and Baltimore takes a 9-7 lead. Well, Tim Johnston, the owner of these Baltimore Vultures, he's been here before, and it's pretty unbelievable. Season 6, opening night, his team is at the defending champs, and they beat the DC Dragons 26-23. Season 12, opening night, they're at the champs again. They went to Alaska to take on the Storm, and they won that game 23-10. And here they are tonight, up 9-7, Rich.
They have not lost an opening night game against champions when they're playing at the Champions Field. Have not lost.
It's pretty amazing that they've even been in three situations now. Atlanta's going to get their second crack at it here. 7:35 to go in the first half. And we're happy to be here with you all. You can catch the SFL live every July through October and every January through April over the weekends and Monday nights on 11 Sports for the Fans and the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channels. Follow at Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates, times, and matchups so you don't miss a moment of the action as Hollywood gets a carry for no gain. Hollywood now has 4 carries for 3 yards, and they haven't really stopped them in the passing game. They've given up 33 yards on 3 receptions, but against the run, he's been shut down completely.
Yeah, that's another situation of trying to go up the middle against a really tough front 7 for Baltimore. When they get him to the outside on those swing passes, he's dangerous.
Second down and 10 at the 20. Hollywood on a check down, and Hollywood wrapped up there by Smith. A 4-yard pickup, but Hollywood kind of made something out of nothing there as that sets up a third down for Atlanta. They, too, were perfect on third down on their previous drive.
Yeah, good job by Frank Smith to hold on. Don't let Hollywood get too far away from you and drag him down.
4 receivers for Dynasty in his first game after being selected 33rd overall in the largest draft class of SFL history. That pass is caught by Siege Falco. Believe it or not, his first catch of the ball game. Gets it up the Atlanta 38-yard line, picks up about 10, and moves the chains.
Just a good, quick slant by Falco. Good delivery by Bryant Dynasty right underneath the zone. And Atlanta moves the sticks.
A first half that is just flying by here as we've not had any punts or any turnovers, and that clock just keeps ticking. Only 6 incompletions as well and 29 pass attempts. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Dynasty to throw. Has a clean pocket. Dumps it over the middle into a fest of vultures. My goodness gracious. No gain on the play and about 6 vultures there to make the tackle.
Boo Chisholm sitting right at the line of scrimmage, and Dynasty had nowhere else to go with the ball, so he just dumps it across to Boo Chisholm. But you're right. Vultures everywhere.
Dynasty playing smart here in the first half. Really love the game plan for Atlanta. They started them out in the empty. And they really have kind of taken the leash off of them. But that time, the Vultures there to make the stop. And I have seen so much out of Frank Smith, probably more than any other player on the field here tonight. He is making some plays.
Yeah, free agent rookie Frank Smith. Great job there to knock that ball down. If he would have held on to it, he would have went the other way and probably went for a while.
So now third down and 10 at the Atlanta 38-yard line. Baltimore 9, Atlanta 7 here on opening night and over-under of 51.5. We got a ways to go for that with these long drives we've been seeing. Empty backfield, 4 wide for Dynasty. He's got some pressure in his face. Dumps it short off the back of the defender and incomplete. That was Ben Stackenpaper, the first-round pick that nearly had his first career interception, but that gets Atlanta off the field, and we see the punter for the first time tonight.
First, let's recognize the poise that Dynasty had to deliver that pass with a defensive lineman bearing down on him. But then Stackenpaper knocks that down, rests on his back for a minute, bounced off his helmet, and finally hit the ground.
5.5 to go, and Atlanta will punt it away. Baltimore's got the momentum here at the Hive. And Giovanni Bolt crushed at the 23-yard line, and that's where we'll leave it. We'll take a quick commercial break. The Vultures up 2 on the Swarm with 5:22 to go in the first half. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the Fans. back here at the Hive in Atlanta. The Vultures lead the Swarm 9-7 with 5:22 to go in the first half. Mike Dazzo's got the ball back on his third possession. Baltimore scored on each of their first two. They start empty, and Dazzo will step up in the pocket. Crushed pass caught, first down. Mac Chima to the 36-yard line. Chima and Irvin eating them alive. First down to the 36.
And I am so impressed by these quarterbacks and their, I've said it a couple times, poise in the pocket. They know they're going to get hit. They know they're going to go down, but they deliver a pass, and that tells you a lot about a quarterback.
There in the bottom corner of the screens, you're about to see our stats of the game so far here, brought to you by Robert Garrett Jr., Nick Lasala, and our stats truck. T-Roy Gaines, 31 yards on 7 carries, not too shabby as he gets another here, although he's put in the backfield. But BDG Hollywood, 3 yards on 4 carries. Does have 39 receiving yards, though, but it has been tough sledding for the Swarm offense in the trenches.
Yeah, that play, Aquana Shine and Billy Ray Valentine, they teamed up to stop T-Roy Gaines as he tried to go off the right-hand side.
Second down and 11, 4:28 to go in the first half. As Dazzo drops back to pass, he's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Irvin, but Joshua Williams disrupting the play and giving Baltimore some more to think about.
Joshua Williams, in his 5th season with the Swarm, 22 tackles for loss last season. 22. 14 sacks. He's a monster up there on the line.
Third down and 11 for Dazzo. Dazzo drops to throw. Dazzo in trouble, and Dazzo going to go down and is sacked by cornerback Connor Darien, blitzing out of the slot. Billy Ray Valentine, the first-round pick for the Swarm, was also there on a combo stop.
Connor Darien, the rookie, played for Lincoln in the minor leagues, but then Billy Ray Valentine, also a rookie. Both of these guys get back in there into the backfield, bring down Mike Dazzo, cause a 3-and-out. And I think this is our first 3-and-out, or cause a stop. I think it's our first punt of the game, is it not, Cam?
We just had one before commercial break,
right.
But it's easy to forget because we haven't had a lot of them, as the return up to the 35 for the Swarm will set up Bryant Dynasty. So, we're settling in. It's the first game of the season, and what do you think about what you've seen so far tonight out of these two squads?
I'm impressed by these two squads. The offense, we think the offense has really handled this game well, but then you look at the scoreboard, and it's only 9-7. The defenses have stepped up and done a good job of containing the opponent, Atlanta and Baltimore.
Hollywood on another check down. Dynasty making sure that he's not taking too many chances here in the opener. That's Hollywood's 4th catch. He's got 36 yards. Boo has 44 yards on 4 receptions, brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Hollywood, again, tough out of the backfield when you're throwing the ball to him. Get him in the outside, get him some room, and he's going to make some yardage. But, again, Baltimore doing a good job of containing him and keeping him from getting big plays and big yardage, keeping that score close.
2nd and 6, flip out Hollywood again. He's got plenty of room, and Hollywood down the sideline, wrapped up by Bolt, but not before he gets into Baltimore territory to the 46. Move those chains for the Swarm.
Dynasty doing a good job, again, recognizing where he can go with the ball and get some yardage, and Hollywood, plenty of room to work. Gets up there and moves the sticks.
To the Baltimore 46-yard line. Again, Atlanta on the move here. Dynasty in his debut, 11 for 15, 111 yards and a touchdown, a QBR of 116.3. Dynasty deep, drop back now, gonna bomb it down the field, got a man open, it's caught. Boo Chisholm, touchdown Atlanta.
Baltimore was in good coverage. They had a good deep zone set up, but Boo Chisholm just did what he does, and he beat the coverage, got downfield, and Bryant Dynasty gets another long pass and puts it in the end zone again. Man, he is having a breakout game tonight, Cam, as a rookie in his first time on the field.
Bryant Dynasty making things happen for Atlanta live on TV, and how cool is that? You get the reaction of the rookie, and not too bad a hat either on the sideline.
No, I like the hat. I do like the hat.
Extra point coming for Sammy Steele, and Atlanta retakes the lead.
So does the missed extra point come into play later with Baltimore? We think about those things that it happens so early in the game, but does that come into play later?
Bryant Dynasty, 12 of 16, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, a QBR of 145 against a team that's got more defensive stars than I have fingers.
Yeah, I mean, Dynasty in his I keep saying it, rookie game, first game of the season, playing for the defending champs, but coming out playing against a heck of a team. Baltimore is tough. And just lighting it up, doing a great job.
2:34 to go in the first half. What a thrilling first half we've had, as Atlanta now leads by 5, but Baltimore's going to have something to say about it. 131 yards for Mike Dazzo, and their balance is unbelievable. 32 receiving yards for Chima, 30 for Holder, 31 for Lloyd Graham Jr., and 28 for Ivory Irvin as Dazzo flips it outside, pass caught by Irvin. First down past the 40. For the 41, a 17-yard pickup moves the chains for the Vultures.
Great job by Ivory Irvin to find that seam in the zone. Again, he had somebody underneath him, he had somebody above him, but he found that seam and was able to wait on that pass from Dazzo. Dazzo saw it, delivered the pass.
2.5 to go. Don't forget, crowd plays Beat the Crowd coming up at halftime. And we'll get a leaderboard on the updates from crowd play, who's winning right now, as soon as we can. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line as Dazzo flips it outside. Pass caught by Chima to the 48-yard line, and the balance continues for the Baltimore Vultures. Well, while we get a look at that replay, we want to tell you about Sector 6. They're the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out now. Get your name on the back of your team's or your fan favorite team's jersey and visit team stores and libraries of purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at simulationfl.net. Just hit the shop button.
Those jerseys look great too, Cam. I was checking them out online today.
Graham Jr. with the catch, picks up 9, and we've hit the 2-minute warning. Atlanta 14, Baltimore 9. We'll have an update on the crowd play leaderboards, the $1,000 prize pool, when we come back. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Back here in Atlanta at the Hive, Atlanta 14 and Baltimore 9. But the Vultures are driving and on the move. An over-under of 51.5 here in the Season 15 opener. And this has been a fun one from start to finish, and a close one from start to finish. Lloyd Graham Jr. with the 5-yard catch. Roland on the tackle. We'll set up a 2nd down and 5. We take you to the crowd play leaderboards. And, Cher is on top, and actually we'll get that working for you here in a momentarily. Apologies. 2nd down and 5 at the 38. Dazzo to throw. Dazzo fires it outside to T. Roy Gaines. That pass is caught for a 3-yard gain. And now your leaders shared 57-34 in first, Chris Cohen 33 in second, and Clay Jones 58 along with that's Jack Brown there in third. 3rd down and 2. Gains nothing. Dylan Rowland unblocked. Comes up, and Baltimore will take a timeout very quickly. I'm surprised Baltimore actually taking that timeout. They might be trying to figure out if they want to go for this or if they want to send Tarkington out for a 51-yarder.
Yeah, Tarkington has the range. At least he did last season. He had a long of 51, but he hit 51, I think, 2 or 3 times last season.
Here we go from 51 yards for Tarkington. This would make it 14-12, a bit of an odd score. Low snap again. It's nearly blocked. Tarkington got a full swing on it, and boom. 51 yards away. Shark Tarkington nails it for the Vultures, and Baltimore down just 2 just before the half.
So Shark Tarkington is still perfect. If you go back to season 14, he was perfect. 26 for 26 last season, a long of 51. He's starting off this season the same way. Hits that 51-yarder to open things up.
Tarkington will kick it away. Atlanta up by 2. And coming on the return is Sean Harrelson, who's been pretty quiet offensively, all things considered, for Atlanta as he gets it up to the 23-yard line. Well, some Week 1 headlines for you. We've got the Texas Clash tomorrow. Number 1 pick David Horrell and Xander Gold will lead Fort Worth into their first battle. We got Vancouver and Jacksonville tomorrow. The return of Johnny Pickler and Gerald Smith and all those guys as St. Louis takes on Louisiana. Portland plays in their opener, and that's all tomorrow. And then Vice Wars, you can't forget about that on Monday.
No, you can't ever forget about that matchup.
First down and 10 at the 23-yard line as Hollywood gets another check down and only loses a yard, and we're coming up on the end of the half.
So Hollywood, good job. You know, gets the ball out of the backfield. Usually that's pretty successful, but a great job from Baltimore on pursuit, getting down there, closing in on Hollywood and keeping him cornered.
Let's see what Atlanta's going to do here. All 3 timeouts, but not in any particular hurry. And that pass is tipped up and almost picked by Joe Dazzo. And that might be why they're not in too big of a hurry, Rich. You've got a rookie quarterback. You're up 2, all things considered. And I'm honestly, the more I think about it, I'm surprised they even threw there at all.
Yeah, I am too. Go into halftime up by 2. Again, with your rookie quarterback, like you said, they're overachieving at this point.
16 seconds. They're going empty. 3rd down and 11. Atlanta's had a change of heart here on how they're going to approach the end of this half. Dynasty flyers it into traffic, and again, Frank Smith is there to knock it away. Intended for Harrelson. That will leave 12 seconds on the clock for the veteran Mike Dazzo in some decent field position. A surprising end of the half for the Swarm offense.
Frank Smith's had a great first half, knocking the ball down a couple times, but he's been in the area, a few tackles. He's got 4 tackles so far in the first half, but just a great clutch play there to force the punt.
He leads all players in pass deflections and nearly leads all players in tackles, does lead his Vulture teammates. As this punt is away and Bolt stands at his 40, a dangerous return man, but Atlanta all over him there with 4 seconds to go. In the first half, we'll see maybe a Hail Mary from the 41-yard line.
That's doable. That's
Make things
possible.
Interesting.
And you've got Dazzo back there. He can chuck the ball.
Rich Pratchard, Cameron Irvine with you alongside Robert Garrett Jr., Nick LaSala on stats. And our partners at Crowd Play making things happen behind the scenes for all the viewers out there. A $1,000 prize pool. Download the Crowd Play app and get involved. It's not too late to start racking up some points. Dazzo throws it away, and that's how the half is going to end. No need to take too many risks. It's only Week 1, and everybody's 0-0, and that's what makes Week 1 so exciting as we head to the halftime break. Rich, your first half thoughts?
Impressed by the defenses able to contain these 2 backs. T-Roy Gaines, 31 yards on the ground on 9 attempts. BDG Hollywood, only 3 yards, Cam, on 4 attempts. Just impressed on how they've been able to contain these guys. Bryant Dynasty comes out 151 yards passing Looks like on 19 attempts, just impressing everybody as that rookie back there taking over for Atlanta after the big guy retires.
Bryant Dynasty comes in. I mean, we don't know much about him. He had a pretty nice season in the minor leagues with Lincoln, but they missed the playoffs. But there's always been something special about Dynasty, and so far so good for the Swarm. However, with a caveat, Baltimore not taking advantage of some missed opportunities late in that first half defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Baltimore's hanging around there. It's 14-12. Baltimore did miss that extra point opening up the game. Both of these teams have missed some opportunities, that's for sure. But for Baltimore, ended up having to go with that field goal there in the second half when they passed on third down and just passed, threw a short pass. Didn't even try and shoot it into the end zone. That's a big missed opportunity there for Baltimore.
So the Swarm will get the ball to start the second half. And the timeouts reset. The teams reset. They come out of the locker rooms, and we're ready to go. What a start to season 15. It feels like the championship was just the other day, and this feels like kind of that game in a way. It was very, very similar in action. Rich Pratchard, Cam Irvine, SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans as Tarkington boots it away to start the third quarter. And Harrelson will take a knee. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit simulationfl.net for more information. First down at the 20 to start the half for Atlanta. They're up 2, the defending champions. Hand the ball off to Hollywood, trying to get him going, and Hollywood only picks up a yard. The stat of the half was the quarterback comparison. Dynasty 13 of 19, $149 and 2 touchdowns. How about Dazzo? He threw 27 times in the first half for $172 and a score.
Yeah, big time first half from both of those quarterbacks throwing the ball around the field. I expect to see the running backs a little bit more in this second half, see if they can get them going.
Dynasty is dropped. Big hit in the backfield for the Baltimore defensive front. Tucker Lewis again in to make the play.
So Tucker Lewis again gets back there and gets the sack. Couple tackles for loss. It's his first sack, but he's in the backfield all the time, knocking Bryant Dynasty around.
How about Jack's data providing the over-under 26 points at the half? That is halfway to 51.5.
Yes, it is.
Just about. So nice job by our spreaders there, as Dynasty will again have to check it down to Hollywood. And I don't think we're giving enough credit to Baltimore's defense, really covering outside well, except for that long bomb to Boo Chisholm. But Frank Smith there on another tackle forces a 3-and-out to start the third quarter.
Yeah, Hollywood, man, they've really bottled him up tonight. I was expecting a big game from BDG Hollywood, but 4 yards rushing and 50 yards receiving is, it's kind of deceiving. That's only on 8 receptions. So he has had a decent day catching the ball out of the backfield.
Bolt has some room on the return, breaks a tackle. Giovanni Bolt with a couple of moves, shaken and baking to the Atlanta 42-yard line to set up the Vultures in Atlanta territory. Just a couple of minutes start the third quarter. Atlanta might as well have started on defense in both halves.
Exactly. They did a good job, Baltimore did a good job of stopping Atlanta there on that first drive, and now they've got great field position.
9:19 to go in the third quarter. Gaines gets the carry, and again, only a yard, and that gives us an opportunity to talk about these tremendous all-star backs. They represented the quote-unquote Eastern Conference in the All-Star game And you see their numbers from last season and for their career. BDG Hollywood is actually 2 away from tying the all-time record for career touchdowns at 93 for his career.
Yeah, big-time backs here in this game. You would expect them to be the marquee. I was waiting for that play to play out. You would expect them to be the marquee weapons in this game, and you see that out of T-Roy Gaines right there. Catching that ball out of the backfield, makes it spin, makes a little bit of extra yardage. But both of these teams trying to do something a little bit different, throw the ball a little bit more, and it's been successful for them so far.
3rd down and 2, and that pass is caught for a first down at the 24-yard line by Mac Chima. He's got his 5th reception on 6 targets, and Dazzo's ability to spread the ball around continues.
Good job by Chima catching that ball on the out and dragging his toes to keep the ball in bounds, or keep the body in bounds and get that completion. It was close.
8:14 left in the 3rd quarter, and Baltimore, just like the 1st quarter, has the momentum. A couple of big throws from Dynasty has given the Swarm the lead, but the Vultures feel in control here. Dazzo with a clean pocket, fires it out to Gaines. Nice tackle made by Jay Miraculous, who was just an amazing story last season. Really started from the bottom, now we're here kind of story. He out of the slot safety, led the team in tackles en route to a championship.
Yeah, Jay Miraculous on that play, he saw that coming and had great closing speed to get there to the line of scrimmage and stop T-Roy Gaines.
Irvin with the catch, pick up a 5 to the 19-yard line, and I want to go back to Gaines and Hollywood one more time just to see what they did. Gaines 20 total touchdowns last season. That was best in the SFL, and these guys are so dynamic. It is unbelievable to me that BDG Hollywood has 4 rushing yards in this game. He had 1,505 last year.
Yeah, all-purpose yards for Gaines. He was 1,800. Wow.
Chima down to the 1-yard line as that pass is caught, and the tackle made at the end of the play to save the touchdown by Moose Papineau, but he was wide open.
Nice job by Moose Papineau, splitting those defenders in the middle of the field, getting ready, and Dazzo delivering a great pass. Just about got in the end zone.
We'll come back to your point, Rich, if you so happen to remember it with all the action going on. Once we see what Baltimore can do to finish off this drive. Gaines spins away again and scores! He's done it twice in the game, and Gaines has put Baltimore back in front. He has been sensational down by the goal line.
T-Roy Gaines, he was stopped. He was stopped short of the line of scrimmage, makes that spin, gets into the end zone, and you see it right there. That was a good tackle, too, and T-Roy Gaines, you just can't hold on to him.
6:35 to go, a 42-yard, 7-play drive for the Vultures ends in a touchdown, and the Vultures regain the lead here on opening night of the Simulation Football League. This is Tarkington's extra point, and that snapped much better, and the kick is good. And Rich, I'm going to challenge you some more on if you can remember your points. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back. 6:35 to go in the 3rd. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Welcome back to the Hive in Atlanta. 6:35 to go in the third. Baltimore, how about this for a weird score? Has a couple of field goals, a couple of touchdowns, one touchdown, blocked extra point. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and a blocked extra point, resulting in 19 points. 19-14, Vultures up. Okay, Rich, all-purpose yards. Let's go. Let's hit it.
All-purpose yards for these guys. T-Roy Gaines last season had, 1,800 all-purpose yards in that vicinity. BDG Hollywood, though, 11 short of 2,000. These guys can do it anyway. Just get the ball in their hands, and they can move the ball down the field.
2 in the backfield, and the handoff to Hollywood, and BDG Hollywood can't get anywhere again. Joe Dazzo brings him down. Another savvy vet of this Baltimore front 7, and it's 2nd and 10. Atlanta just cannot run the ball tonight.
You know, these guys' game plan, the defensive coordinator's game plan, and it is obvious that Baltimore has game planned against BDG Hollywood.
6:10 to go in the third quarter. The defending champs down 5. But Bryant Dynasty has proved he's ready for the moment, and he's dropping back long again over the outstretched arm of the defender and right over the fingertips. Siege Falco makes another grab to bring up 3rd down and 1, but that was a veteran throw from Bryant Dynasty.
You see that throw knocked down so many times by quarterbacks in this league, and Dynasty delivered it right over the top of that defender and got that completion, just like you said, a veteran move.
5:50 to go in the third quarter, about halfway through. Handoff to, BDG Hollywood. Check that. Mitchell O'Brien. They snuck in the fullback for a change of pace, and it totally fooled the Vulture defense.
So Mitchell O'Brien, fooled me too. Mitchell O'Brien gets the carry. No one was looking for him to carry the ball. And in his 2nd year here with the Swarm, gets that carry and gets the first down.
5:20 to go in the third quarter. Back and forth here on opening night. It has been as competitive a game as you can get. That pass caught. Bolt with a vicious hit at the 49-yard line, but not before Jamal Wooding, who was hurt in the championship game and on I believe, the first series, makes his first catch of season 15 since winning a title.
Jamal Wooding knew he was going to get hit there. He stood up, he caught the ball, and took the hit from Giovanni Bolt right in the face. And down he went, but great catch. Got the first down. That's what he needed to do.
Heavy set from Atlanta for the first time tonight. They'll give it off to Hollywood. They say if Hollywood can't do it on his own, let's give him a few more blockers. He picks up 3 to the 48-yard line. Set up a 2nd and 7, and that ties his longest run of the night, Rich.
I would have bet the house that we would not be saying anything like that about BDG Hollywood in this game.
I would have taken that bet as well. 4:28 to go in the third quarter. 2nd down and 7, trying to stay ahead of the sticks. Hollywood gets another carry, spins away from one, gets away. BDG Hollywood in the open field. Combo stop from Bolt and Dazzo at the end of it, but Hollywood quickly up to 29 rushing yards after a big gain moves the ball to the Vulture 32-yard line.
There we go. That's what I was expecting to see out of BDG Hollywood. Put that spin on the defender, get out of that tackle, get downfield, and it takes 2 people to bring him down. Normally, you can't bring him down by yourself. It's going to take 2 people.
Great hustle by Joe Dazzo. Did you see he was kind of tangled up in the play, and it ends up getting Hollywood from behind. Great stuff from the vet there. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Now another heavy look here. Hollywood takes the handoff again, and Hollywood starting to wear down that Baltimore defense. A pickup of 8, along with the offensive lineman up front, and check that. They fooled me again. Mitchell O'Brien with his 2nd carry.
Mitchell O'Brien gets downfield, but a great job blocking by that Baltimore offense by that Atlanta offense, because Baltimore brought everybody up, and nobody was dropped back deep that time for Baltimore.
This is a new wrinkle for Atlanta with the fullback. So not used to seeing Atlanta giving the ball off to a fullback when they got BDG on the field. Dynasty flips it outside. Hollywood wide open, 20, 15, 10. Hollywood spins away and gets down to the 8-yard line. First down with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Atlanta buzzing again.
Boy, somebody missed something that time. Hollywood had all kinds of room to work that time. He caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage, but then had 10 clear yards to move upfield before anybody even got close to him.
Nolan Pierce on the stop for the Vultures, taken in the 6th round with the 108th pick of the SFL rookie draft. The handoff goes to Hollywood. Hollywood inside the 5. Hollywood touchdown, and Atlanta is back in front.
Great run by BDG Hollywood. Goes off the right-hand side, gets skinny, gets between a defender, and over the top of a lineman on the ground, gets into the end zone, powers his way into the end zone through a tackle.
Will they go for 2 to go up 3, or is it too early? They're going to kick here.
Yeah.
Yep. So Atlanta will try to go back up by 2. Sammy Steele, a 3rd-round selection, played for the Boise Mud Dogs in the SFL Minor League, which is now up to 12 teams. We'll talk more about that after the break. But Steele's extra point is up and good. 21 Atlanta, 19 Baltimore. Back and forth, the lead changes are aplenty. And we're back at the Hive. In a moment, you're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .250 to go in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta 21, Baltimore 19. The Vultures getting the football back, and the ever-dangerous Giovanni Bolt back to return. He almost broke a punt return earlier in the ball game, and from the goal line, he's got some blocks and then quickly swallowed up. That's actually a nice play by Sam Armand at the end of that, and tracking some things during the break. Baltimore has scored on 4 of the 6 drives that they've had, and Atlanta has scored on 3 of the 6 drives that they've had the football. 21-19 is how it ends up. Dazzo fires it outside to Gaines. Gaines actually got his legs cracked there by Aaron Lee. A 5-yard pickup with 2:35 to go in the 3rd.
Good job by Aaron Lee. You're going to have to hit T-Roy Gaines low if you want to avoid that stiff arm and that spin, and that's what he did. Took his legs out and brought him down. Good open field tackle.
Get your player position locked and loaded today through our Discord server in the SFL Minor League, SFLM. Now 12 teams. There's more opportunities than ever to be the player you've always wanted to be. As Dazzo's pass is caught, actually ruled just shy of the sticks. We might get a challenge there. Join the Discord community through simulationfl.net. The 2nd season of the SFL Minor League starts in October of 2020. Contact Deputy Commissioner Andrew Rastelli on Discord for more information. And we will not get a challenge. 3rd and 1. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. It was close, but I thought we would get a challenge.
That could be a critical call there. Gaines, 33 yards on 11 carries up to this point. He gets it, carry number 12 and gets the 1st down. Gaines has been really good in the trenches tonight, even though he hasn't, gotten much to show for it in the stat sheet. For the Atlanta Swarm on the defensive line, Joshua Williams gets another tackle in his 5th season.
Great job by T-Roy Gaines to avoid that rush, step to the side a little bit, and got that 1st down. Only needed a little bit, but he got there.
How about this, Rich? No penalties in the game so far on week 1 opening night. That's unbelievable, as Irvin is near a 1st down with 1:25 to play here in the 3rd quarter. An updated crowd play leaderboards has Chris Cohen 33 on top. Sheriff 57-34 is still there, and Corey 91-21 in 3rd. 50 people will walk away with cash tonight thanks to crowd play and all of the sponsors that you've been seeing all night long through the app. Download the Crowd Play app today to get playing as Gaines gets a first down up to the 49-yard line, and we'll move the chains once again for Baltimore.
Yeah, I was thinking about pulling Crowd Play up for myself, but I thought that just might affect what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I would say so. I think we have enough going on here at SFL headquarters. I think you're trying to punish yourself or something. Something to that effect. First down at the 49. Could be the final play of the third quarter as Gaines gets the handoff and picks up 3. Next week's matchup for Crowd Play will be our next Crowd Play game, and that will be next Saturday afternoon. In our game, Louisiana and St. Louis on Saturday afternoon. That will be, Louisiana and London next Saturday afternoon, and that will be our next Crowd Play game. So come back for another chance to share in the $1,000 prize pool. That pass is caught by Mac Chima, 88 yards on 8 carries so far, and that ends the third quarter of play. Baltimore 19, Atlanta 21, but what's new? The Vultures are charging back again here on the road, putting on a good show on opening night. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, and for the fans, we'll be right back. Start of the fourth quarter from the Hive in Atlanta. Baltimore 19, Atlanta 21 on the opening night of Season 15. 3 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. And Dazzo will step up in the pocket and get hit as he threw. Dylan Rowland came in there to make the stop, and that gives us a perfect opportunity to talk about some amazing players that we have on the field tonight. These are the league leaders all time, despite what the graphic says, in tackles. Shine, Rowland, and Dazzo are playing tonight. Shine with 1,019, and Eddie Gage, who leads them all. All players are still active, by the way. Gage is the only non-linebacker out there.
Yeah, all 5 players still active. 3 of them on the field tonight, and that's why you're seeing the performances you're seeing from these defenses.
Pass knocked down by Moose Papineau. Papineau's gotten his hands on a few pass deflections. And a nice job reaching out for that one as Holder was running a corner route on a little cross. And if Papineau doesn't make that play, that is a touchdown.
Yeah, it is. Nice play by Moose Papineau.
We've seen some defense tonight. I think that's fair to say. But lots of long drives, very few. In fact, only 2 3-and-outs in the ball game. We've had 13, 11, 16, and a couple of 9-play drives, including this one right now for Baltimore. 3rd down and 10. Straight back and straight into a sack. That's Joshua Williams, I think, up front. Joshua Williams is eating people alive, and Atlanta is going to force another long field goal from Baltimore.
Joshua Williams gets his first sack on the night, but 14 sacks in season 14. You just expect that out of the big guy there on the front line.
This would give Baltimore the lead. Another 51-yard field goal attempt for Tarkington. It's on the way, and it's through, and the score gets even weirder. 22-21. Baltimore now up by 1, and they knew what they were talking about, just calling a pick 'em, not even calling a spread in this one. This has been a nail-biter. From start to finish, it's been a 1-score game.
Yeah, Jack Stata did a great job. You know, early in the game, I would have said we're not gonna hit that over under, but obviously that's gonna, it's gonna get close.
10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's at 43.
Right.
So we need, what, a couple more scores to hit that over?
And the way things are going, we will most definitely get them.
That was a crowd play question at the beginning of the game, I do believe, on whether you would take the over-under on that. Crowd play free to play, by the way, so no problems there. And they had a bunch of pregame questions, and crowd play is a lot of fun. I'm so jealous that I've been on the air when we've been doing crowd play. I want to see what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't got a chance to participate yet, but
It is one cool app. 10:16 to go in the fourth. First and 10 at the 20. Baltimore leads by 1. Dynasty hands it off to Hollywood, and Hollywood is speared by Joe Dazzo. Hollywood up to 39 yards rushing. There's an updated look at the running back comparison. And I got to say, Rich, I'm really surprised at how well these two running backs have stayed contained and how well the two quarterbacks have played.
I am too. Both of these teams were top 5 in all kinds of offensive categories last season, but defensively, not so much.
Deep ball is caught again by Boo Chisholm. He keeps getting behind the Vulture defense. First down to the 44-yard line, and Boo Chisholm continues to rack up the yards. Dynasty putting him on the money tonight.
Bryant Dynasty has gone downfield multiple times tonight with great accuracy, good eyes downfield looking for that open receiver, and Boo Chisholm just racking up yards tonight.
Chris Dodd getting beat now a couple of times. 2 backs and 2 receivers as Dynasty will drop to throw. Blitz from Baltimore. Deep ball down the field, caught by Falco. Touchdown Atlanta. Baltimore brought a blitz, and Atlanta made him pay.
Bryant Dynasty is just killing it tonight, throwing the ball downfield. His receivers are helping him out, though. They're getting behind that defense, getting open, and just as long as he hits that target, these guys are gone and they're downfield. And Siege Falco does just that right down the middle of the field, runs that post route, and gets behind the secondary for Baltimore. Not a difficult pass for Bryant Dynasty, but as a rookie in this big first opening game, a little bit of pressure, but he does a great job.
Himes was trailing the play, but that is yet another lead change in this game, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. One team scores and the other answers, and Atlanta now leads 28-22 with 9:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Don't go away and tell your friends what a football game on SFL opening night. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. 9:16 to go in the fourth quarter, and we have exchanged leads 7 times in this game here on opening night as Sammy Steele kicks it away for the Swarm. The defending champion Atlanta Swarm wearing special gold tonight after they raise their banner, trying to prevent Baltimore from winning for a 3rd time on the road against a defending champ on opening night in Tim Johnston's history. Did it once with the Baltimore Crabs, then did it again with the Baltimore Vultures a couple seasons ago.
Well, I tell you what, Baltimore's trying to get there, trying to get that win again, but Atlanta's fighting hard.
So Mike Dazzo back under center. The quarterbacks have been special. Pass is caught just shy of the sticks, and you know, these units, these are last season's numbers. Top 5 in points per game and points allowed in terms of defense. They were 4th and 2nd in passing touchdowns. They also didn't let anybody pass the ball. I mean, just across the board, amazing seasons for both.
And we've seen this tonight. Turnovers, they were ranked in the top 5 in turnovers. No turnovers tonight.
Off the gains, got a first down to the 36-yard line. Not only have there been no turnovers, but there's also only been 4 punts, including Baltimore only punting 1 time. And the Vultures actually have had the ball for 62 plays compared to just Atlanta's 41. The Swarm have scored twice on 3-play drives. It's those deep shots that have been killing the Vultures tonight. Other than that, they're probably winning easily right now. 8:15 to go. Empty for Dazzo. Dazzo in trouble, and Joshua Williams. Say hello to my big friend. Loss of 3 to the 33-yard line.
Joshua Williams, shot out of a cannon, comes through that offensive line and just destroys Mike Dazzo. Nice move to the inside for Williams on that guard. And man, what a hit.
2nd down and 13 at the 33-yard line for Dazzo. For one of the few times tonight Baltimore has been behind the sticks. Changing the play at the line is Dazzo out of the nickel defense for Atlanta. Dazzo throws on it. Oh, Irvin caught it off his kneecap after there was miscommunication as to who that ball was intended for, and Irvin picks up 5 on a wackadoo play.
Yeah, I don't even think Irvin knew the ball was coming. He turned around, and it was just there, and he made a great catch, right, like you said, right off his knees, and was able to get positive yardage.
Crisis averted. Dazzo would have lost his mind if he had 2 receivers over there and neither of them caught the football. 3rd down for Dazzo. Dazzo fires. Oh, just sat down right in the zone to the Atlanta 49. Daly Holder, that is a veteran route runner, and Holder moves the chains for Baltimore. That was one of my favorite plays of the night.
Yeah, great job by Daly Holder. Again, finding that, like you said, finding that spot in the zone. Six blue shirts around him, but he found the empty hole. And Dazzo delivers a good pass.
1st down and 10 at the 49, 6:50 to go in the 4th. 2 receivers, both to the bottom of the screen, in a 4-3 look out of Atlanta's defense. Dazzo, again, pressure by Williams up the middle. Irvin turns the corner. Somebody go over there and pick up his dime. A 9-yard pickup to the Atlanta 40. 10 catches tonight for Ivory Irvin.
Ivory Irvin having a very good night. His 2nd year with Baltimore. Last season, 880 yards, 9 touchdowns for Irvin.
Ball at the 40 for Baltimore. Lloyd Graham just off the line to the left. Quick drop back, and Irvin's got catch number 11 to the Atlanta 32. This Vulture offense is super balanced. 54 yards for Graham, 88 for Chima, 81 for Irvin, and 43 for Holder tonight.
Yeah, Ivory Irvin leaving all receivers with receptions tonight, having a big impact here for the Vultures, solidifying his argument for being a big target for Dazzo.
Dazzo's now 35 of 43. Make that 36 of 44. 1st down to Lloyd Graham. Roland on the tackle. The Atlanta 22-yard line. And it's another grab for Lloyd Graham. That's his 6th. And another 1st down for Baltimore, their 30th.
Just efficiency out of this Baltimore Vultures team. They're not going downfield. They're not going with the big hits like Atlanta is, but they're efficient and they're moving the ball.
I formation for Mike Dazzo. Fires quickly again. Lloyd Graham Jr. all alone up the middle. Picks up 11 yards. And that's another Baltimore first down.
Again, Lloyd Graham Jr. with a good route recognizes that Atlanta's bringing the defense, big rush, nobody in the middle of the field, so he just gets to the middle of the field. Dazzo, no problem delivering that pass.
A fast-moving game here on opening night. Already 5 minutes left. That's it. One of these teams is going to get their first win of the season. Dazzo, all day to throw. Caught, touchdown. Mac Chima, we're tied again with 5 to play.
Mac Chima gets out there. There are 2 Atlanta defenders on him, but he's able to make the move to the outside, get separation, and Dazzo delivers a bullet right to him. Nice play.
These 2 quarterbacks now combined for 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, an average quarterback rating of about 130, and the 2 combined have completed 57 of 71 passes for 598 yards. And they say there's too many interceptions in the SFL. There's been none. None tonight. Extra point is good. And when we come back, we might have another lead change. Boy, if you're really passionate about the SFL, your heart's probably racing a mile a minute right now, especially if you're playing in the game tonight. 29-28, you're watching the Simulation Football League and 11 Sports, and for the fans. Five minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Baltimore has a 1-point lead at 29-28, trying to knock off the defending champs here on opening night behind their rookie quarterback, Bryant Dynasty, who has played nothing like a rookie. And the quarterback comparison updated through the break thanks to Nick Lasala and Robert Garrett Jr. for keeping the stats for us all night long. Dazzo, 38 of 46, 331 yards and 2 scores. But how about Dynasty? First ever SFL game, 19 of 25, 267 and 3 touchdowns.
Great night for both quarterbacks. But again, Bryant Dynasty, he proves me wrong. You know, that was my question mark for Atlanta, and he has absolutely proved me wrong.
Dynasty in some trouble, and the check down gets him there. It's going to be a 4-yard loss and bring up a 2nd down and 14. So the series history, Baltimore leads 2-0. But these teams have played now 3 consecutive seasons. It's the first time Baltimore's ever been here at the Hive. And as we were talking about during the break, Rich, if you want to take it.
Yeah, Baltimore is the one of only 2 teams to beat Atlanta last year on their way to the championship. They were able to beat them 10 on the 16th of October in season 14. Beat them by 10, 30-20, for such a dominant performance last year by Atlanta. You know, Baltimore had their number at that point.
Check out to Hollywood, and again, he's not open. So 3rd down and 13. This is not how Atlanta wanted to start this drive. Putting a lot of pressure on Dynasty, kind of hurrying up to the line a little bit, maybe panicking just a touch. 4 receivers, Dynasty to throw. Dynasty going long, and one-on-one coverage, got by Falco. Hurdles the defender, past midfield of the Baltimore 49-yard line. How does he, A, make the catch, and then B, not stumble over the defender, siege and destroy for Atlanta?
All right, first let's talk about the catch. Siege Falco goes up and just uses his body to keep the defender off of him, makes that catch, but the throw by Dynasty to put that on the back shoulder so it did not get to the defender. Man, what a performance by these guys.
Another brilliant pitch and catch for Dynasty. That one to Falco. That's his 4th catch for 99 yards. 4 minutes to go. The handoff goes to Hollywood, and Hollywood got a few before he's buried by Giovanni Bolt coming up from the safety spot. Just 42 yards on 12 carries, but quite frankly, Rich, they haven't needed much of them.
No, they haven't. And here's a stat from the truck. These teams have combined for 13 for 20 on third downs tonight.
Oh, man. That is intense. That is just nuts. 2nd down and 7, 3:25 to go. Dynasty, middle, into traffic, and oh boy, the official took a tumble too. Man, he got decked. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Fort Worth, Houston, Vancouver, Jacksonville, Louisiana, St. Louis, and Sioux Falls, Portland. Portland and Fort Worth's inaugural games as the 2 expansion teams. Does it get better than that slate, Rich?
No,
Quadruple header.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that quadruple header tomorrow. Really looking forward to the Battle of Texas to start the or at least part of the Texas battle.
You can catch all those games on For the Fans. 3 of the 4 on 11 Sports, sans Louisiana, St. Louis. As that pass is nearly intercepted, that could have been an icer, and it's knocked away by Stack and Paper, and he had a second opportunity to take an interception to the house and couldn't convert.
Yeah, that's Stack and Paper's second chance at that interception today. I think he's going to be hitting the jugs machine here coming up this week.
And this is a boy, Atlanta's got a punt. They got a punt to Baltimore. They have not been able to get Baltimore off the field very much today. Baltimore's last. Oh, they blocked the punt! Baltimore blocked the punt. They're going to get the ball on the Atlanta 39-yard line with 3 minutes to go. The Vultures block a punt. Unbelievable.
Wow, big block by Baltimore. You know, that's what big teams do in tough situations like this in Baltimore. They've been here before, and they're trying to get that win again to stay perfect on the road against opening night champions. And, boy, good field position here for the Vultures.
Could that be a blessing in disguise, though, because now they have less field. Maybe Dynasty gets one more chance. They got to get off the field. Not a good start. Gaines gets 6 to the 33-yard line. And on this field, Rich, late in the game for the East All-Stars, it wasn't Hollywood that sealed the game. It was Gaines on this field sealing the game up, and he just got 6 right there.
I was just going to say, T-Roy Gaines getting wound up now. This is his type of situation.
The defending champs in some trouble at home on opening night. The Vultures have looked outstanding. Gaines behind some blockers, near a first down. Could not get it. Wrapped up at the very tail end of the play by Bradley Chubb and company.
Yeah, T-Roy got close. That was, inches. You're right, 3rd and inches there, and T-Roy getting wound up, trying to get the ball moved downfield, chewing up a little bit of clock until they can get in the end zone.
Baltimore's last 3 drives, 10 plays, 11 plays, 7 plays. They run it before the 2-minute warning. Gaines gets a first down. I'm not sure why they ran so early, although I do think they would have had to snap the ball anyway.
Yeah.
So they just take care of it quickly. 2 minutes to go. The defending champions are on the ropes on opening night, and what a performance by so many SFL stars around the league. You're watching the Simulation Football League in 11 Sports and For the Fans, and the action continues next. Dustin Zeck in the Twitch chat said, how can you not be hyped for the season after this opener? And I couldn't agree more. As T. Roy Gaines gets the handoff and gets stomped in the backfield And that, again, is Chubb, and Atlanta will burn their first timeout. We have not been able to give chat shout-outs tonight, but we'll do that now. Swole 2011, the Joker Cash Money, B. Loveless 247, Dustin Zek, John Trusman, Cliff Allen, Wiggy 9800, Denver Nightwings, Bad Dynasty, Crewnox, Swole 2011, and more. Twitch.tv/FTF next. Not too late to join that chat room either, as we look to wrap up our crowd play leaderboard for tonight. We're about to find out some winners. Gaines on the carry. Tackle from behind. Third down coming up. That's rolling. One timeout left for Atlanta.
Baltimore coming out trying to get downfield, still chewing up clock, but they want to ice this game. If they can just chew the clock up, they've got that 1-point lead. But Mike Dazzo's not going to be satisfied with that. He wants to get in the end zone.
Third down and 7. Does Baltimore dare to throw here to try to ice the game? A first down would end it. They are going to throw, and it's incomplete, which stops the clock. Dazzo should have just held on to the football. Joshua Williams in there to make the play, but that actually stops the clock, and the rookie, Bryant Dynasty, will have an opportunity to win the game for the defending champs in the final 2 minutes. Unreal.
Joshua Williams gets in the backfield again. You know, he's got 2 sacks on the night, and this time doesn't count as a sack, but boy, it's just as good as a sack, a little bit better, actually.
39-yard field goal attempt for Baltimore, and that field goal is good. And on camera now, Chris Porter, who was excited about that stop, and he's just one of many players that'll be on camera all season long, and we love the focus. I'm telling you, man, these games, they mean a lot to a lot of people, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, I love watching the chat, love watching these cameras, and seeing the excitement out of these guys.
1:49 to go in the fourth. Will there be any excitement out of Bryant Dynasty, who's probably nervous as all get out, hoping for a win? And forgive me, the scoreboard should read the other way.
Well, they were hoping
32 to 28.
So he's got 1:48 to play. He's got 1 timeout to work with. They're going to have to throw the ball, Cam.
1:48 to go. Can Bryant Dynasty's legacy begin here in week 1? That pass is caught. First down to the 32. Remember, Johnny Pickler, #1 overall pick, had a chance to win. He threw a pick 6 in the last minute of the game. Can Dynasty reverse that fortune? Dynasty going long to Falco. It's caught by Chisholm at the Baltimore 46-yard line, and the drive continues for Atlanta. Unbelievable play.
Stops the clock, but a great job by Boo Chisholm going up and pulling that one down. That's very similar to that catch that Siege Falco made, using his body to block off the defender and just going up and grabbing that nice pass from Bryant Dynasty.
What's even more amazing is that Pickler almost went to Atlanta. He was one of the finalists to go there in free agency, ended up going to Louisiana instead. And now Dynasty, a new, not #1 pick, but a new rookie quarterback in week 1 trying to make something out of it, is making plays. Sean Harrelson picks up 5. 1:23 to go. A quiet night for Harrelson. That's actually his first catch of the night. 1:18 to play. Dynasty deep, drop back, going long, and had success all night with it, but this time Chris Dodd finally says, enough picking on me, and knocks it away. Third down.
Chris Dodd, again, that has been a successful throw for Bryant Dynasty all night long, but Dodd saw that coming, was able to get up and knock that one down.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Third down and 5. This is a huge throw right here. Over the middle, caught, first down to the 33-yard line. Clock will continue to run. They still have 1 timeout. That pass was caught in the slot by Devin Lee. 1:02 to play. Dynasty, deep, check down. Hollywood can't make anything out of that. And a 1-yard loss, and they'll hurry up, Rich.
Yeah, BDG Hollywood has had problems up the middle and in that center section of the field.
Dynasty, good pocket, and again Lee makes the grab. Devin Lee is caught 2 now out of the slot, but 38 seconds to go. 3rd down and 4 at the 28-yard line. Dynasty, Lee again! 3 catches on the drive and a 1st down. How about Devin Lee, an unsung hero in the last minute of the ball game? Dynasty, deep drop back, fires, and Lee dropped it with 23 seconds to go, but it gets them out of that play. They did not have a lot deep, and I think Dynasty's probably about to lose his mind here any minute now.
Yeah, gets them out of that formation, stops the clock so they can save that timeout. 23 seconds to go, and they are driving.
Dynasty nervous with the hair blowing in the breeze. Can he make something happen for the Swarm? 23 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10 at the 22. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Dynasty to throw against a 4-man rush. End zone, touchdown Atlanta! Boo Chisholm with 19 seconds to go.
Boo Chisholm, what a route, what a catch, right down the middle of the field. And was, again, good throw from Bryant Dynasty. I keep saying that. But, man, he is going crazy, Cam. There's the hair flip.
That's unbelievable. It's in his face, and it's in Baltimore's face with 19 seconds to play. The Swarm up 2, the defending champions, with a new signal caller. Now up a field goal. Oh, 35 to 32. You know, we didn't have a ton of players on camera tonight for opening night, but that was okay. Dynasty made it all worth it there on the game-winning drive. Maybe 19 seconds to go. I would not put it past Baltimore to have another lead change in this one. We're way over the over, and Giovanni Bolt on the return.
19 seconds and 3 timeouts. They've got 3 timeouts to work with. They've got Joe Dazzo. Anything's possible.
How did Chisholm even make that catch?
Yeah.
As Bolt gets it to the 23-yard line. I mean, there was no room. No room for that ball to fit in. And Dynasty, in his first SFL game as a QBR of 137, 30 of 40, 376 yards, 4 touchdowns and no picks. That's got to be the greatest rookie debut I've ever seen.
It is. That is crazy. Those are crazy stats for anybody.
3 receivers now. Can Mike Dazzo do something crazy? Straight back, fires middle, and it hit a receiver in the head. I think that was Holder. Actually, they're saying it was intended for Chima. 12 seconds left. And I'm not sure. We just have not seen a lot of deep shots from Baltimore all game. I'm not sure if they have anything in their book.
Yeah, I'm not sure either because you're right. We haven't seen any. They've had this methodical approach to the game, but that's not going to work for them here.
Dime 3-2 look. Empty 4 wide. But do they have anything deep? They do have all 3 timeouts. I don't even think they're going to need to use them all here. Quick throw. Irvin caught. Timeout. The 34-yard line. Still maybe time to get the ball a little closer.
So Irvin gets that 1st down. They've got 3 timeouts to work with, so go into the middle of the field. That's fine. 8 seconds to go, though. They're going to have to get downfield. They're going to have to throw something vertical.
Thanks again to Nicholas Sala and Robert Garrett Jr. on stats tonight. They've been doing a heck of a job, as has the crowd play crew, as has everybody here in Atlanta. What a game for opening night. One of the best season openers I can ever remember. 1st and 10 at the 34 for Mike Dazzo and company. Taking his time. 3 on the play clock. Dazzo will throw. Dazzo tipped up in the air and incomplete, and that might send out the Hail Mary unit as Chris Henry, the 6th round pick in the draft, knocks the ball away and may have just sealed the victory.
Yeah, good play by Chris Henry there in the middle of the field. I have to believe that there's not a lot of deep down the field sideline routes in Baltimore's playbook this week because that is not where I would have went with that short a time left.
Yeah, we have not seen anything outside of that one corner route that was knocked away. We just have not seen anything deep. No Hail Mary formation yet, though. Baltimore does have 2 timeouts in 6 seconds, but they have to be careful to not let this play take too long, as Dazzo will fire it to the corner, caught by Chima with 1 second left. And Baltimore will get to try a Hail Mary on opening night. Chima's got 10 grabs. Chima and Irvin now in double figures.
So Dazzo gets the ball into a manageable position
Wow.
for a Hail Mary, and that's not a bad deal. And 1 second left, he's got one shot.
Does this feel like a game between two SFL heavyweights or what?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Hail Mary for Atlanta. Who's going to make the play? Baltimore or Atlanta, all day to throw. Dazzo going long. He's got a chance. Dazzo in zone. Knocked up and intercepted. Jay Miraculous with the pick. And Atlanta wins on opening night. Unbelievable.
Wow, Jay Miraculous picks up the first interception of the game on the last play of the game. Only turnover all day long.
Wow. Post-game show, Atlanta with 434 yards. Baltimore 415 yards. They own time of possession, but that was the difference really in this game, Rich. Baltimore was very methodical and really did not have a lot of big flashy plays. Atlanta had all the big throws, all the big moments, and when Baltimore needed a big moment of their own, they just didn't have one tonight in the game plan.
Yeah, exactly. There just wasn't the plays weren't there in the game plan. They planned on working methodically and running that score up, and unfortunately their defense just could not stop those long throws from Bryant Dynasty. And speaking of Bryant Dynasty, what a night for this rookie. What a coming out party.
That's I can't remember a better debut for much of anybody. And by the way, Boo Chisholm tonight, 181 on 9 receptions and 3 touchdowns. I mean, a ridiculous night for Boo Chisholm, moving back over into that left side of the field position. Falco with a touchdown. The pass from Dynasty that won the game, that ultimately won the game. I can't wait to see that again. He threw that into an ear hole. That was unbelievable. Best pass of the night.
Yeah, he's did a good job tonight of putting the ball in a position for his wide receiver to make a play and keeping it away from the defenders. That was one of the examples right there. The receiver used his body, got up there, blocked out the defender, and Dynasty just put the ball where it needed to be. Just impressed by this guy. We'll see if he can carry that on throughout the season. I have no doubt he will, but that's always a question mark for these rookies going forward. How do they carry it through?
If you thought that was good, Fort Worth and Houston, here's the pass. Got to see this. Oh, right over Bolt's head. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure that Bolt saw the football.
Yeah, I don't either. He put some touch on it too and dropped it right down in his hands.
It went right over Bolt's head for the score, and Boo Chisholm takes the player of the game. But an honorable mention to Bryant Dynasty because that was a sensational debut. Well, Atlanta takes care of things and beats Baltimore. For all of us at the Hive in Atlanta, for Rich Pratchard, I'm Karen Irvine saying good night from the Hive. What a game. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Great job.